And if we change the tempo, it changes how it plays too. Look at this, we're at 150. Down to 80. It still sounds amazing. Isn't that not incredible? Like, that is like the real power of this tool, is just the how you can set it to any key and any tempo and it sounds amazing. Have you ever found an amazing sample, but you just can't use it because it doesn't fit the tempo or key of your song? Well, with this brand new plugin by LANDR called Sampler, you no longer have to worry about that, as you can instantly play any sample in your sample library with any project that you have, and they all sound amazing together. So I'm gonna show you how to use this plugin in this video. Hi, I'm Reagan Ram with Orpheus Audio Academy, and you can go ahead and grab this plugin for yourself if you want. Just go to orpheusaudioacademy.com/LANDR Sampler. This is my affiliate link, so I'll earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. And that link will also give you 20% off. So if you do decide to get it, be sure to use that link so you save yourself a little bit of money. So this new tool is really awesome. Just real quick, how do you add sounds to it? So if we go to advanced filters here, when you first set up, you're probably going to see something like this. It's going to want you to choose your sample folder on your computer. So you actually will look at your computer and draw in samples that are on your computer from your folder. So that is really cool. So your entire sample library can be accessible through this. You don't have to like individually load things. And then we can search really easily. So we can search all or by loop or one shots. We can type in what we're looking for by the name, like we can look up like a kick or a snare or what have you. So if I start typing in kick, probably not gonna find anything here because I'm sorting by my guitars folder here. So if I do my entire sample library and take off guitars, so I got 45 kick results. So we can sort by drums, non-drums, tonal, or other, and then we can also just search by those locations that we have already loaded up. So if I want to pull in guitars, I can do that here, and then I can just do load samples. All right, so now my different guitar samples should be in here, and now I can hear it start to play. And so you can see all the different samples in here. These are all loops, so that's why you see the dots there. So if I click on this, we can see it here. And there's different playback modes. So there's loop, there's playthrough, and then there's one shot. So we currently have it on loop. And there's different ways you can have this play. You can have it play normal mode, where it just plays the sample. You can have it be chromatic mode, where you can actually play, like it changes the actual pitch of the track. So it'd be great for like vocal chops or something. And there's also slice mode, so you can slice it up and play. Got the different portions here that we can loop. So we have the start and end time of the sample, as well as the start and end time of the loop. So if we have it on loop, we could have it something like this. So it's going to start here, but then it's only going to loop this section. And we can see also here normal, we can just play straight through, or we could have it play like 4 bars. Or 8 bars. So it plays the same track over 8 bars, slows it down. Or 2 bars. Getting some Blink-182 vibes there. That's pretty cool. Or over beats. By the way, if you struggle to actually finish songs, then be sure to grab my mixing cheat sheet in the description below. This will give you a proven step-by-step system that you can follow so that you finish more pro-quality music from home using the gear and plugins you already have. So go ahead and grab that now in the description, or go to orpheusaudioacademy.com/mixing checklist. And the real power is up here in the keys. So right, if we could change up the key of this. Looks like this default sample is D major. So if we put this into D, this is what the actual original sample should sound like. Go back to normal. So it's the original sample. We can switch it to C though, and we turn on key here. Now it's in the key of C, and that sounds really good. It doesn't sound garbled or anything. Alternatively, we could throw this into chromatic mode, and we could choose like a really small portion of this. Turn it into like a key. And then we have slice mode. We can increase the sensitivity if we want to slice more sections. This would be really good for like vocal chops. So let me choose actually a different sample for this. Lets you do stuff, create really cool and unique sounds. And then you can also add effects really easily. There's effects built right in, and you can add effects to each individual sample, so that if you're playing like a drum kit in here, you can want to affect each drum sample differently, or you can affect all of your samples by clicking main effects here. Then we can add some reverb here. We can also drag these around if we wanted to change the signal flow order. So here we got the x-axis is mix, and then the y-axis is size. And of course we could save this effect chain as a preset. And we could also save the sample, just all the samples load up here as a preset if we wanted to as well. So we could change the key again if we change it to F. And if we change the tempo, it changes how it plays too. Look at this, we're at 150. It still sounds amazing. Isn't that incredible? Like, that is like the real power of this tool, is just how you can set it to any key and any tempo and it sounds amazing. So we also have the sequencer option here. So we can create a little sequence going on here, and you can default is 16 steps. We can increase this if we want to, but we're gonna keep it at 16 here. We're gonna load some different samples. So we're gonna look for just drums, and we're going to do our synthwave drums folder here, and we're going to load in those samples. 238 were found. So let's go to the kick track here. We're going to put in just a simple groove and hit play. And so we can hit sync here, so it syncs to our DAW. So now it's matching the metronome. And we could drag in now different sounds if we want to. We'll choose a different lane here. We'll go up here. So we got all those effects on. So let's go ahead and turn these off. So let's put in these. We can do a kick lane or a snare lane here. So if this is too loud, this hi-hat, we can turn down the volume of that sample. Cool, and there you got, now you got a whole sequence going on. So if I really like what I've done here with these samples and everything I've done with editing them, I can hit this little disk icon up here to save it as a preset, and it automatically assigns a name to it right here. And so I can rename it if I want to, or if I decide I don't want it, I can just hit the trash can. Yeah. So that's kind of the gist of how to use this, but now I want to show you it in action. So here's some vocal chops I made here. You can see the notes I'm playing, and I'm using the slice feature here so you can see we're slicing it. And there's the different sections I'm playing. And I also put some effects on here, I'm pretty sure. So at least the effects I'm using. So I might want to save this and call it like distant vocals or something. So that's pretty cool. And then I also added in this guitar here, so I had the like these chords here and the bass, which is not actually true. First, I had the project. And then I added in this guitar, but it wasn't the right key for this track, because this track is in B major, I believe. This guitar was in the key of E major. So thanks to LANDR Samples, I was able to pull it in and change the key of the performance, and then I bounced it to audio. So that's pretty cool. I add some more vocal chops here at the end as well. So that's just a little quick example. All right, so I've got this track here. Let's see if we can add some like guitars or something cool to this. So if it's ever not like lined up with everything, we can just hit this magic button here and it will auto align the playback position so your loops match your project. Transpose this as well up there. So this might be something we want to record in here. And if that's all we like, we could just keep it there and just have that loop. This adds a little extra texture there, so that's pretty cool. And it's just amazing how you can just play the sample and it immediately fits with your track. I don't really like where it goes down like that. That's pretty cool. I added those two samples there. So there you get the picture. Really awesome, amazing plugin If you want to grab it for yourself, just go to orpheusaudioacademy.com/LANDR Sampler, and you can get it for 20% off. So now if you like this video, go ahead and give it a like and click the video on the screen right now, which will take you to another one of my videos where I break down an amazing free synth VST plugin. So definitely check that out if you like free stuff.